Very nice. Okay, test. Okie dokie. Welcome. Test 1 2 1 2. Hello internet. Welcome to live streams. And I'm your host Viktor Gamov. And today we're gonna be talking about lots of cool things. But before, let's see if there's anyone actually is there, because I do see some people, but I don't think I see everyone. So write down in comments wherever you are. If you are in YouTube, write down something in the comment. If you are in Periscope, write down something in the Periscope comments. And this is something that I'm testing something new. I'm testing some of the new tech, maybe a simultaneous stream to multiple platforms, and I just want to understand like how bad is it, how choppy video or whatnot, or maybe it's actually good. Maybe it will be great, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I see. Let's see if I will be able to bring some of the comments into live stream. All right, so this is comment coming from YouTube. Hello, Sergey. Hello, YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us today. And let me know in the comments how does it sound, if it sounds good, bad, or whatnot. Let me kill the screen. All right. Okay, so today we will see. I see my cores, my GPU, everything is under load. That's pretty cool, meaning that things are working. Something is actually going on. Hopefully that will not affect the stream, and it will not affect any some of the problems that you might have. And also, I'm seriously interested in how this technology works, and for some reasons, I see that this particular tool that I use, I'm trying to use a restream, and looks like it's dropping some frames. Hey, video bit laggy, but sound is great. Okay, hopefully the video will catch up, and after that, it will. Bandwidth statistics. I just want to make sure that, yeah, I'm like from my side, I do see. Let me show you what I'm seeing right now. So from my side, I do see the upload is pretty steady, and my 4K stream is on pair. But I'm wondering if it's this service that I use to like do simultaneous stream. Is actually losing some of the bits. Anyways, so thank you so much for joining. Periscope sucks, very slow and glitchy. YouTube, okay, so hello Sergey, you too. Here's some opinions about the Periscope, but I just wanna see I was not really care about like Periscope much. Just want to see the how it works in terms of like simultaneous streams. It looks like not super good experience, but hey, this is what we do. This is what we do on the live streams. Everything is live, and everything might go really wrong. So I hope it will be not that bad that it might seem. All right. So today, as I was announcing in Twitter. I will be talking about 3 things. Do not forget, if you joined us, just like put some likes. It's some of the encouragement for me that someone is actually like what I do or whatnot. So let me actually throw this in some other places. Let me throw this in some of the Telegram chats, some of the Twitter chats, so people will also join in. Yeah, so the cool thing about all this setup, I just wanted to see how this will work with the like the comments that coming from the multiple sources, and looks like my my app that I use to stream is actually works pretty well. So it is it's called Ecam, and it's actually doing a fine job to bring in some comments, but I'm wondering if my video is laggy because of my internet or my computer is going spinning like crazy. But anyway, so let's not focus on the negativity. So let's focus on some positive aspects. So okay, Periscope, YouTube, okay, all good. All right, so should stop looking to this one. Says poor. Says poor. Okay. But yeah, we'll see. I still have a local recording, so if everything will be like that bad, I will I will just switch to local recording. So essentially, what are we doing here? Let's see if my behind the scene camera actually works. So today I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I didn't talk last time. Actually, I started talking, and some failed miserably, and I find a way how I can do this better. But so essentially how I can test my ksqlDB application using TestContainers and how this test would look like. Today we're going to be returning to the to this conversation, and I will start another few episodes where I'll be talking about new things that came into the scheme registry that's called the support of Protobuf. And I want to see how this works with like multiple components. I will show you some of the cool things around this. Hopefully, as always. Let's see. So we're going to. So I will switch to my. Let's see. For some reasons, my Lombok plugin was not installed, so I will just quickly install it and restart. Okay, so accept yours. All right. Okay, so the last time I was trying to create the JSON configuration that will, go and fetch some of the stuff from the ksqlDB server manually. But one of the comments that I get the last time was there's a library for that. There's a library called, it's a pretty cool library called Rest Assured. And this library is giving me ability to have a very nice API to first of all query this REST endpoint and just like to construct the URL, provide the parameters, and after I can get the result in a JSON format, and I can use things like JSONPATH in order to get the stuff out of the response. And after that, do some validation. For example, I can extract the particular field and do assertions against particular field and see what the result is looking to, what I'm expecting. So the pro tip: do not do not install your dependencies in your IDE plugins during live stream. So use this. Do this before. For some reasons, my Lombok plugin just failed, so I had to reinstall it because some of the examples that I use actually use Lombok. Okay, so let me switch to my share screen so I can start seeing things here, and I want to show you another project. As a matter of fact, this code is already on GitHub, so you can go and check this out. It's already there. Now, interesting. So it says my computer is actually sending with low FPS, which is bonkers, and it's really weird. Let me check if no 30 FPS keyframe interval. Anyway, all right. So I hope the font is fine. I hope because I will be showing some of the things are they not like super intensive for the codecs. So I hope the video would be not laggy, but like at least sound is good. So there's a TestContiners test for my ksqlDB server. So let me do. So I will show you like first thing. So here, when I start ksqlDB server, there is actually endpoint that's available. So if I will just do simply get, I can get information about ksqlDB server. And the way how I can show you this to you, the last time we did this. All right, so if I'll do docker compose upd. So now it's going to be funny because this computer right now is going to be totally blown away. Another thing, you know what? I actually might be. I will close the browser that will run my statistics and things what I see in the browser. Okay, so it is not up and running yet. Let's see, docker compose down -v. Maybe there's some of the compose some of the components already running. So let me do some cleanup. We'll stop all these bits. And this is an important reminder where TestContainers actually helps a lot, because you don't need to worry about the container names and like all things like that. So TestContainers handles this for you. So docker, where's the, was a cleanup? No, it's a there was a docker rm or something like that. Let's see, it should clean up all this stuff. So if I'll do docker compose upd, that will up the things like that. I don't remember, I think the last time I showed you, there was a pretty cool command called a ctop. It's like a top command, but for containers. And in this case, you can see what is going on there in your containers, what's going on in your application. So in this case, see how intensive certain commands, or specifically like one of the brokers is going up. And now everything is more or less idle, because during the startup, I guess the consumption is pretty cool. And I also use this sometimes. I can go and just like see the logs, and it will tail some of the log information from, maybe there's nothing here. So let's do ksql server. Yeah, some of the interesting information, and we see this CLI is open. So if I'll do let's see if I have this ksqlDB server port is exposed. Yes, if I'll do just a curl a localhost 8088 info. I'll do. So this is how it looks like. So this information that this particular the server will deliver. If I'll hit this URL, it will show me this. Now, in the previous example, so I'm simply, because I'm using different image, so I'm specifying what kind of image to use. So I will expect the version should be 5.5. So this is pretty cool. And if you will if you will take a look on this particular line, it actually looks pretty nice. I don't need to mess around with like establishing new client, like creating like all sorts of connection factories and whatnot. And after that, just like, you know, the bringing some other stuff. In this case, I just saying, hey, just go get me this URL, and after that, just introspect the body. So if you see this, the body will go into ksql server info version. So in this particular case, it returns object. If it returns array, I will talk about this in a couple more slides, which is kind of like weird for me, but I'm not the one to judge. So the ksql server info dot version. Yeah, so this is our path, and it is looking great. It is looking great. Let me, well, I will stay in presentation mode, but I will go out of full screen. Same thing for this one. I'll just do, okay, presentation mode, and go out of full screen. Okay. Now, next thing, I want to start with schema registry. So if I want to check, if my schema registry is successfully created. So in order to do that, I can do a couple things. ksql CLI. So when I do this type of thing, why no container, docker exec ksql CLI, no such container, docker ps. Yeah, I started ksql CLI DB. Okay. CLI DB. Something is wrong. Unknown host ksqlDB server. Because I'm connecting ksqlDB server. Yep. Something like this. It should give me the right thing. Okay. So in order to get information about schema registry, the way how I can do that is I gotta show properties. So in this case, it will be throwing all the properties that are available through configuration. So if you're configuring this, and this is actually a very good way how you can, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Debug. Yeah, debug or troubleshoot some of the things. And in this case, if I will do this through CLI, it will give me nice table-like view, right? So in this case, it's just like nice, and you know I can read this. But in order to get this through JSON, we need to do a couple more things. So first of all, since we're executing this statement, we need to. So it's going to be like a request response. So in this statement, we'll just like throw me some of the data. And I can submit this statement here that called show properties. So the last time, the problem was where I was doing this, you know, creating this payload manually, and I finally figured out how I can do that. And if I will use a ksqlDB, some of the components of ksqlDB as my dependence. So in this particular case, so I will use this REST model, ksqlDB REST model jar as my dependency. I should be able to get a this interesting thing. So this there's a class called ksql request that will create the valid JSON that I will be able to submit. And after that, I'm using this object mapper, and with this object mapper, I'll get the normal JSON that I can send to this this ksql REST endpoint. So in this particular case, and look how this test looks like. It's just like, it's amazing because you just like focusing and you know exactly what you're doing here. Creating request. This is JSONPATH, and we're saying, okay, body of request. This is my request. Content type. I'm specifying the content type that also mentioned in documentation. So essentially, it's a ksql JSON version 1. Then, meaning that when we submit this and we get in result, before that, like this is where we're submitting. So we're submitting this to particular URL. So in this case, ksql server get target plus ksql. And after that, then when we submit this, then result should be JSON. And after that, I want to extract the JSON path. So JSON path would be object that allows me to navigate through this payload and introspect different parts of this response. So in this particular case, and API, I think API looks a little bit kind of like weird, a little bit in my opinion, because as far as I understand, the rest assured is highly inspired by, or maybe even like implemented some of the bits of it implemented using Groovy. And for Groovy, they even using the JSON notation from Groovy. So there's a gpath notation that they use in Groovy. Is there? It's pretty cool one. So this is why the API looks the way it looks. So Groovy, dynamic language, multiple things can be done without like knowing type, and during runtime, the Groovy runtime will figure out this for you. The navigation through the dynamic object is always weird. So in Java, we'll have a list and map. So this is how you will do. Now, and after that, I'm just getting the result. So the response from ksqlDB looks like array, and because there is as far as I understand, there is ability. It's called like pipelining or something like that. So you can submit multiple queries as a part of one request. So in this case, because it will be executed in multiple like underlying like maybe threads or some tasks, response will have array of responses. So in this particular case, since I'm sending only one property here, like this show property thing, then I will get the response just the one array. So if it would be kind of multiple things that I will submit, the multiple responses will be sent back. Now, in order to iterate over this, I'm just saying, okay, I will be using the first element on this array, and I actually can. Let me actually show you, because you will understand what I'm talking about. If I will just go ahead here, and so in order to save some bandwidth and not killing my computer, docker compose down -v. Wrong direction, wrong directory. Where's my ksql serialization. Yeah, I don't know how we end up in the Kafka docker compose down. Okay, I still see there's some people. There's some people here, and just while we waiting, so it's coming something. Hey, actually, I do have a favor to ask, if you may. If you just go ahead and just like click to like my icon and go to comment any video that you will see, that would be huge help in terms of help YouTube algorithms to index these videos and things like that. So there's some activity, so I would really appreciate that. Also, I don't see likes. I don't see likes for this video, so please go ahead and do it. That would be also awesome. Anyway, next thing, I just run this, debug. Also write me down. Let me know if this time looks better for many people. Because 3 p.m. Eastern time was working very well for me, but I realized that if I will just move this a little bit earlier, that I will have a better overlap in terms of time zones, and many people can join from Europe, and some people can join from, say, London, Moscow, and some people in California, they might have their morning routines, because it's 10 a.m. right now. Good morning, California. Good morning. So now I'm running this test, and I just want to show you how this response looks like, and how this JSONPATH notation actually helps navigate through this. So, okay, it's loading. Okay. So now, this is what we get when we created this request, and the request looks like this. Let's see the value. It looks some ksql, which is include ksql statement. Some of the properties we can provide the properties. For example, we try and if I would set some of the properties, say I would like to reset offset for my stream. In this case, I will be using the stream properties to set okay, I want to set earliest or latest or whatnot. And command sequence number, this is something I didn't explore yet, but I believe this is how you specify order in which this pipeline would be executed inside ksqlDB server. Now, as a result, we get this fella called JSONPATH, and if I will use this cool feature in DLG, I love it, and do something like get. So what it will give me? It's give me this thing. So it gives me the array, as I explained to you earlier. It gives me array with the one of the elements, and this one element will include the object that will be represented in this format. Statement text, this is what we sent, this is what we're expecting to get. I can even the compare and make sure that I'm getting response for my statement that actually I was asking. The statement, yeah, this is what properties we're expecting. I guess it's a dynamic property, and this is what we get. Property and value, it should be another list. And the different properties we have here. So in this particular case, name, scope, and value. So let me scroll down here. Oh, snap! I think I accidentally closed this previous the previous output, so I will not do this. So essentially, what we're looking here is we're looking for schema registry URL to make sure that during configuration, during the start of this container, I injected this. The reason for this test is just I'm testing my ksqlDB container that I will be using in some other application. So I want to make sure that my code that set this thing in is actually working. And during the writing this test, during this investigation, I actually find the bug in my code because I'm using different property to set. I'll show you in a second. But if I will go ahead somewhere here, I will see schema registry URL. So I think if I will do something, let's see, let's experiment. I'll do the 0, and after that I'll do properties. And after that, one of the properties should be I can be doing something like this. I don't know. Schema registry URL. I think elements are null, result size. Can I do this? What's the properties? Can I do something like this maybe? I don't know if it's a the valid syntax to do. Schema was not defined. Okay, if I will do like this, because this is the name, full name. All elements are null. So in this case, it gives me properties. So I need to iterate over this, or so basically I was doing this right thing. So if you feel that you will get the okay, so use square brackets and single quotes. Still doesn't work. Still doesn't work. So I was able to just like iterate this, but probably Sergey knows some of the better things to do. How I can do this. But essentially, what I did, I just used like all good Java and just simply just do filter. Oh, okay. Maybe I used the wrong one. I used different property, which just brings me. Okay, let's try it again. Let's try again. Let's try again. Let's do debug once again. Might work. And so in this case, I can. How I can do that? I should be able to do that, right? Because do I need to specify how I can do this condition? Like, okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. Property is fine. Okay, let's see. Okay, Groovy rules as always. So we'll see how it goes. Let's try it again. So what we're gonna be trying right now is this. So the properties is array, as we learned today. So if I'll go here, say I do JSONPATH get 0. Dot properties and properties dot find. I guess this is what Sergey wants me to do, and I will do this one. And okay, I will do this single quotes ksql schema registry URL it. That is awesome if it will work. Invalid JSON expression. Why is that? Expected input find. Let's see if I'm not messed up any properties find ksql schema registry URL it name. Yeah, I think it's yeah, of course. I'm just stupid. Wow, that's pretty nice. That's pretty dope. I love it. So Groovy rules once again, ladies and gentlemen. That was amazing. Okay, so I will. Where is it? Where's my live stream? It's just amazing. So that's fantastic. So let me quickly show you. So the Sergey says it's a JSON path, and they specifically saying this JSON path is actually come from Groovy path. So it's not, there's kind of like multiple notations of JSON path, and I'm just like sharing this in a broadcast that people would see that, like, how cool is this? So I can replace the whole code just with simply, you know, getting this type of thing and do my assertion. So that's pretty cool. The live streams are awesome because I also learning something myself, which is pretty cool. I will refactor this one after this. Yeah, that's amazing. So that's amazing. So this is great. So I actually get the object, so I can also iterate over this object and get the assertions what I need. So that's pretty cool. Now, and last thing that I want to mention here is a similar idea. So now I do have another example where I'm actually creating. Part of the test will include creating statement. So in this case, I will create a statement that will create a stream, and I think this is going to be like synchronous, kind of sort of synchronous operation. I need to maybe validate this with some ksqlDB developers, but the thing here is when I create the stream, I get the result immediately, and I see here there's the command status success and stream created. So essentially, after that, if I'll do the list streams, I will see this immediately. So I assume this is it's kind of like a synchronous command, because Kafka creates topics which back of the stream asynchronously. So you can create a stream, and like from admin API, you can get future, and after that you can wait on this future to make sure that the result will be executed. I think they're doing like maybe something similar. So this is how it looks like now. So in this particular scenario, I'm also starting ksql container, creating a stream, just simple stream, and after that I will get expecting this particular result here. So also getting the success. I'm interested in success, and I will issue another command after. I think I can try to run this as the next time. I'll fix this. I'm not gonna do this right now because there's some other things that I want to talk about now. Yeah, so in this particular case, I'm getting this response that will include stream, some information about the stream, what kind of topic would be used, and things like that. So if you're using ksqlDB, try to use this container. It's a full-blown integration testing. It's not unit test. Last time I showed you how we can do unit test for this, and you can also find this in there's a website for that, right? You probably know this. That's called cnfl.io/tutorials, right? So you know where to find these tutorials, and specifically we talk about transform, and we're talking about this one and how we can create test data, and this is how we can do this, right? Okay. So now this is the story that I promised you from the last time. I went to figure out like where was my mistakes and things like that. I was able to fix that. Let's see. Oh, debug. So debug. Let me stop this. We're not gonna use this for now. Yeah. So what I'm gonna be doing right now. Now, let's move to another part of this conversation. So I was working on. There's a. If I go to, where's my Kafka tutorials? Zit Kafka tutorials. So I was working on this pull request where I will be replacing. There's example. There's a Kafka tutorial example. There's Kafka tutorial example where I am talking about how to get the JSON data and transform this and make the Avro data. And so what I wanted to do is transform this example and show the people how they can get the, okay, now you know a little bit Avro, now you know all this kind of stuff. How I can apply this knowledge to Protobuf. So next step is kind of like convert your Avro to Protobuf and the B just like, okay, thank you, and we kind of thank you very much, and we're out. Now, let me actually show you a little quick. So if I will go to my Kafka tutorials, it's another window, and if I'll go Kafka tutorial, there's a data serialization ksql. Wrong one. Includes tutorials, serialization, and ksql, and code. And yeah, let's actually go step by step. Let's go through this example. Let me create the Confluent tutorial, and I'll do another. This is where I will be typing my stuff. This is gonna be my tutorial. I'll do, just make sure I have a right version of Ruby, because we're going doing this. Okay, 2.4, good stuff. We're gonna start this. I just do rm minus rf ksql serialization, and after that I'm run bundle incremental. Okay. Now this is how I can run this locally. Seems I was working on this one, and I'll go here. There should be something like, let me see if I can do refresh. Probably I need to rebase master, but anyway. So serialization, convert serialization format of the stream, ksqlDB. Now let's go walk. Okay, we're creating directory. Next thing is that we're creating src and test in this directory. We'll get back here. Next, Docker Compose. The Docker Compose queue. Okay. We go in Docker Compose upd, running this stuff into thing. Now, once this will be up and running, and how I can say that is ctop. And if I will go ksqlDB server and I'll do view log, I want to see if I will have the HTTP endpoint ready to run. The next thing is that I will create initial topic. Actually, this is a bring your own booze show. So if you come in here, don't forget bring your own booze. Now it's up and running, so I will be able to run my nasty. Show properties. Show streams. Let's show me fully cron streams. Nothing here. Okay, good. So couple things. We're creating this new stream, movies Avro. So we insert movies in Avro format. That will should create this, and I'll just show streams. Oop. It's good that fat fingers. Ugh. Okay, now the next thing is that, oh, I'm not showing. Okay, thank you so much. Rookie mistake. A rookie mistake. Okay, I did. Oh, you so how stupid of me. Okay, yeah. So what I was doing, I was just running the local copy of my Kafka tutorial, and this tutorial will include some of the bits around Avro conversion from Avro to Protobuf, and this is what I'm doing right now. So I started with this tutorial, and I'll explain why I started with this tutorial in a bit. So I created this show streams. I created the stream with Avro schema, so format is Avro, and I can populate something, and after that we'll get some result. But next thing is that how I can create the protobuf version of this is create stream movies proto with topic. The value format that we need to only specify is going to be protobuf, and after that I'm getting as kind of the query from the another stream. So I'm reading all the fields from the another stream, and in this one that will create this stream for me. Show streams and protobuf in Avro. Okay, good. So, and I'm not going to be sending data back and forth for now. It's just something that I don't need to do. So let's explore. Let's explore what we have here. Here we'll do exit. And the first thing that we have is actually schema registry. So schema registry might have some of the things that we created. So ksqlDB integrates with schema registry, and every time you're specifying this value format, the schema will be created in schema registry. So if I'll do curl localhost, so what's the schema registry? If I will look here, schema registry 881. 81, and I'll do subjects. Now, you see, I do have two subjects, meaning that I will have two bindings between schema and topic and its value. So in this particular case, Avro movies, in proto movies, a value will have a schema. So let's try to look to the schema and to look up some of the comments. No, first of all, let's do another thing. So let's explore first before we go into this one. So for that, I still need to produce some data. So I will do CLI. I will switch to my tutorial. I will reset my offsets. So in this case, when I will be reading data, I will be reading this from the beginning. Going in, I'm inserting in one topic. And after that, if I will read this like this, I will get the messages in protobuf format. Now let's read this outside world, right? So if I'll do Kafka topic, so meaning that I'm reading this from the outside world and see what kind of topics I do have here. And in this particular case, I'm interested in Avro movies. If I'll do Kafka console consumer, in this particular case, I'll do, let's see what we have here. Proto movies. From beginning, print key, I don't think we need. Beginning, okay. Let's see if we'll get something. Okay, there is something there. So we know there's something there, but looks kind of stupid. So in 5.5, 5.5.0, we actually added a few more utilities. So if you can do Kafka console schema kill Kafka console Protobuf, or even Protobuf console consumer. Okay, let's see what we have here. So what we need is Bootstrap server, right? So we do Bootstrap server. Ooh, 0. Bootstrap server. I'll do a localhost 2902. Should be all right. Now dash topic proto topic dash proto and the proto movies. Movie, yes. From beginning. Will it work? Okay. Failed to because I don't think there's no resolve with the Bootstrap URLs given to Bootstrap servers. Localhost, of course, because of nice. Okay, so now we have a tool that first of all able to I can read the data in the format. Can I do this kind of like GQ? Will it understand? Will it understand? Yeah, so and GQ also works. Now, it looks kind of ridiculous because the schema. So we do have a schema, right? So let's try to get the schema first. For that, I was reading this blog post from my buddy Ricardo, and he was talking about how to do this in the Kafka in the Confluent Cloud. But I was thinking, okay, so let's see if I can reuse some of the commands that he's using. So specifically, I'm interested in curl when he's getting subjects version 1. Yeah. So I'll try to get curl -x get -u. And what? So I'll do curl -x get and localhost subjects, and we're going into proto. What was the result? I would rather faster get the subjects again. Subjects, and after that I will do proto movies value. Method not allowed. Okay. -x get. Get -u. It's an authentication. No, minus. What it does. URL not specified. Okay, why not allowed? Method not allowed. Let's see. If I will go to he's doing auth. So this is an authentication. I don't need this. If I'll do curl -x get, this will work. -x get like this. No. Okay, so we go into schema registry, Confluent, REST API. We'll see how it goes, and we see how it looks like IP reference. If I want to get subject ID, so it's a get request IDs and okay, let's see. Schema types. It's also get schema IDs, schema subject version subjects. Okay, subjects. Subject one, string subject one, versions. Okay, because I guess versions like this. Versions one. Here we go. So in this case, LGQ. Now, this is what we need, right? So this is the subject that defines like what kind of stuff will be in our payload. So I can extract this schema and make this work for my application. Why I'm doing this? So why I'm doing this? Like my thought, the way how I'm thinking about things is just like I'm super lazy and I wanna like create the things just like from scratch. Maybe if I can reuse some of the things that I'm doing, like if I can reuse those, maybe I can do next thing. So my idea was in my Kafka tutorial that I will be doing here. So if I'll do Gradle, a serialization Kafka streams. So in this case, it should be somewhere here. So serialization Kafka streams. I will go to my includes tutorials and serialization Kafka streams code is here. Now, so what I want to do, I want to modify this example having knowledge from my previous example. So in this case, if I'll go main Avro, I will create a protobuf schema. So for example, I just do new directory, call it proto. I will do new file, call, how we call it? Let's call it proto movies, or like a movies.proto, movies.proto, and I'll say it's going to be text. I'm wondering if IntelliJ has a syntax for protobuf, so I can copy schema from here, cancel. I probably need to remove this nonsense. Wait, let me see if I can actually get the actual schema. So if I will do schemas, let's see if I can get actual schema, not the subject. Schemas. Schemas. So schemas method not found. How it looks? Schemas. Types. Okay, good. And if I will do schema IDs, if I'll do get unifier schema IDs versions. Okay, if I'll do schema IDs, protobuf. Why my schemas not working? Schemas IDs, schema ID, global unique identifier of the schema. How I would know this? No. Anyway, let's see if we can get a plugin installed. Plugin. Come on. Too fast. Plugins installed, marketplace, and I'll do protobuf support. Nice. Okay. Restart ID. Okay. So while it is restarting, I'll get back to full screen. Okay. So I think So one of the things I will try to accomplish right now, because we're closer to 1 hour, and I think it's going to be enough for today. The next time I will like continue where we left off. So what I'd like to do is just get the schema, make it work, and after that, bring the Gradle compiler that will generate some of the Pojo for me, so I can get like Java object based on the schema. So this is what this is my plan for next few minutes. All right, so. Install plugins. I thought I just installed it. Okay, so it's apparently requires another plugin. So syntax. So interesting thing here that the ksqlDB actually uses this like weird name connect default. I guess this is because the way how the serialization, like this genetic serialization thing is handled in ksql, it's highly inspired by the way how it was done in Kafka Connect. You know, I might be wrong, but in my case, I don't wanna have it. I just call it movie. And who can define me how what's the package? So I will call it movie proto. So in this case, it will not clash with my the movie record, and in this case I will call it movie. Oh no, I can call it movie. Yeah, I can call it movie, and in this case package it's gonna be proto, not the Avro. But in this case I need to be like very very careful about this, and something like this. All right. Now, next thing is that I need to find a Gradle Protobuf compiler, and yeah, if it's under Google, probably this is the right thing to use. So we're going to be using build script Google Protobuf Gradle plugin. Let's grab it. Okay, and in my, I don't need this now. I don't need this bullshit in my life. Build.gradle. Now, this is where I will put this stuff. Maven Central. Hopefully it will available in on the right place in a JSONer. Now, apply plugin. Yeah, this guy. All right, refresh and see how it goes. Let's see if it looks nice. Building. Okay, so what it says, unexpected error, please file bug containing IntelliJ. Wow, that's gonna be cliffhanger. So I'm gonna be stopping here. So I will remind you the next time when we start this, where we stop and how I resolve this and how I will do this. As always, subscribe to this channel, put the notification, you would know when I will be streaming. Usually I stream every Wednesday. I will try this time, this like a 12:30 o'clock. Eastern time zone. It's going to be 9:30 Pacific. It's going to be, I don't know, like you figured your time zone. But please stay tuned for next episodes. My name is Viktor Gamov. You can go and follow me on Twitter for this hashtag. And as always, have a nice day.